I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. No problemo.
Yeah. Welcome. So this is like the first moment in time that I've actually felt like something north of alive. So the only reason I'm even doing this today is because Sharky was almost caught up. What are we looking at? We're looking at cranberry vodka cocktail from Monaco. You could probably guess who picked this out for me. Yes, Christine. It's 9%. Oh, yeah. I have not had anything from them yet. So is it gonna taste like Swizz? I mean, personally, I really like cranberry juice and vodka. I also received a package in from HK that my order was placed before Christmas. I mean, it doesn't smell terrible. It has a cranberry-ish, as in cranberry-ish, delicious. Cheers. Oh. Okay. I want to start by saying I didn't get the battle box video done today. I did the one for the Desert Tech at like 3:45 this morning, and I just and I'm glad because I'm able to insert a version of what I'm about to tell you. Last thing I told you is that I had sent, God damn, I had sent 2 emails to Holtzman Survival, to the knife place that I didn't get the ferrule rod in the kit. And one thing I don't understand is if you hear me say this, she's got great. Okay, act professional. Don't just act like you're. God damn! Don't act like you're 2, because you're actually going to be 3 soon. On their website, it gives their phone number, and the phone number doesn't work. And if you try it more than twice, my phone actually says that it's an invalid number. I'm like, it's like every other goddamn number on the planet. It has an area code, then 3 digits, and then 4 digits, and I could not get it to work. Anyway, I want to say that if all companies were run and their customer support, their customer service was like Nathan Holtzman treats his customers, talking about going above and beyond. I simply said that this kit, which is the clothes box, was missing the ferrule rod. Everything else is in there. You can convert it over to being on your belt. You can convert it over to being on molly webbing. You can put the clip on it and use it as a inside the pocket. I wanted to use it as a neck knife because I think it's just badass. Green liners. Either way, Nathan sent me an email apologizing. Didn't understand how this had even happened, and I got email notification that he had sent out another whole kit. So that means I'm going to end up with another one of these. It'll be minus the ferrule rod, but that just means that if I feel that I can let a Holtzman knife go, I have given one away, but I gave it to a family member, and it's identical to this one, except for that one was silver, and this one is the blackout blade, which I know Wade doesn't like. As soon as he got his hands on this, he'd be stripping this off, but I like the way this looks. Has the orange liners, and I think the one that Nathan is sending me is the black blade and orange liners on this guy, which is badass. It's cool. I like this. But just when I said I was a fanboy, I meant it. The one set of knives that I have no intentions on getting rid of, and I probably should just actually bring them upstairs and put them on my desk in the Star Trek room, which means I would actually use them, is this one, which the Bushcraft, it's the I guess they just call it the Bushcraft Survival Knife Gift Set. Not as much in this set. This one just comes with a nice sheath that it clicks in, and then for extra measure it has a leather wraparound, and then it has the belt clip on it. And I'd have to have it weak side, which is how I have it set up, because there's always something that, you know, does stuff on this side. And then of course this set, which I just can't say enough about, cleaning cloth, an extra case, the soft case like the Wii knives to put it in, comes with a huge, when I say huge I mean long life, beautiful, coarse and fine stone, and this one is the flipper. And again, I love the size and the weight. This one has gray with the red liners versus the other one's black with the orange liners. This one is D2 steel. Super easy flipper. Nice deep carry pocket clip. I just think that they just do a fantastic job on their knives, and it only got more complicated for me when I went to look at other things they have. There's at least two fixed blades that I absolutely like. You, Wade, I off the top of my head I remember seeing a couple of ones that were really wicked as a flipper, but it's the fixed blade. There's one that I really want to get my hands on. Can't remember the model now, but so I just seriously needed to take a moment, and don't know if he'll ever see this anyway, but thank Nathan Holtzman for his absolutely awesome customer service. And I'm glad that I was able to get, instead of having nothing, or a screen over. I actually just now I just reshot thanking him for taking care of the situation. I just leave that like that. I don't care. No, FU46. As long as the there we go. Good. I'm patrol dog, Sharky. Try 3 over here. And of course, you put up an extra long one out there on Sunday. How will I ever catch up? Well, you know I feel for you. Sharky, shooting at A10 regardless of how far I'm lagging behind, just because that's the car my mate uses for his high-end private chauffeur business, an A8L with all of the options. A8 is a miss. Sharky SH, on to the next. Evil Dead Chainsaw Bomi outro. Made it just fine. Now the 7 layer from him. Cheers all, catching up some more. Here we go. Hey Jolson, shot that, but not with that break. I got bruised by it. Loved it regardless. The Beowulf. 50 Beowulf. Sharky says 220, looking good. Then he says SH, outro made it again. Guess ScrewTube only cuts out the girls on these longer reviews. I wonder why. First in is Smile Money saying first. Then Jolson says J2. J2 was called by somebody else as a miss. Then he says Then he says train whistle. Are you feeling okay? I know I felt better, but right now I'm feeling the best I felt all day, and cool liquids feel good. So Christine goes, you know what? If you're anything like me, the thing that would feel the best is ice cream. I don't know if she's saying that because DQ opened either yesterday or the day before. Probably yesterday. Yes. Then Jolson says, hit the other button.
Listen, you're being rude. You're fake news. You're fake news. Stop being rude. You're fake news.
And then he says, we need cowbell. Rich says, cheers all. Poco says, the opening looks like drugs are involved. Then he says, sup. And then Poco says, don't forget those Google servers are storage managed by large local cluster management system called the Borg. No joke, the Borg. And then he says, E8. E8 is a hit, and that one is sunk. Oh, I see I'm behind on these. Evidently massively behind on these. And then there was one. One is the loneliest number. One to go. Yes. She looks just like this girl I never dated. Salty says, well, naked is better than well said, Benjamin Franklin. Multi-Gunman says, Naked is a game requiring great coolness and an utter abnegation of prejudice and personal feeling. Sir John A. MacDonald. Cheapo Gun Guy says, E-I-E-I-O, Old MacDonald. Multi-Gunman says, ha ha, yawn. Mr. 27 says, nope. Multi-Gunman says, yep. And Mr. 27 says, double naked brew babes on top of you, yes. Laugh out loud, yes. Billy says, just added extra crunch and texture to your meal, it's all good. Well, thankfully it wasn't mysteriously found. Okay. Here's the funny thing. I placed the order for the new mags because the new HK came with a $200 rebate that you could go spend at their store, so picked up 4 17 rounders, so it'll have extended duty. Oh, they put the tear off thing right where they put the packing list. So gosh, I wonder how this is gonna go. Wow. Well, I guess it's all started better than I thought it was gonna anyway. Okay, and what I ordered was 3 17 rounders that stay in the gun, smile money. 3, and I sent along a nice sticker. So 3 of those, which I guess for right now I'm just gonna leave it right here. And then I ordered one more Happy Stick. Well, it's not really a Happy Stick, considering it only holds a few more mags than a normal capacity. So I got the so 3 17 rounders and 1 20 rounder. I wonder if it says when I place the order. Wow. It actually says date of order 3/7 of 2024. Well, they like to pad their shit so it looks good, don't they? Holy shit! They're in Georgia. It took 3 months. Took 3 months to get these, but I guess it cost me. I think the 20 rounder was more expensive than a 17 rounder. So I think the whole thing for me with shipping, tax. I think tax was free. I don't know. It was like 21 extra dollars. So that one mag was like $20 more because the 4 that I ordered today ended up those 4 were $7 more than today's. That came to like $221 or $223, and today it came to like $213.95 or something like that. So that's okay, because Right or wrong, I have a card on file with HK. What could go wrong? So, the tactical came with what? Can't remember now. Holy shit. We got everything. Even the landing pad's all set to go. Yeah, I can't remember if the tactical came with 2 or 3. But either way, I'm well set now. I hear a motorcycle, and it is see, if I felt a little bit better, I would be hanging out with Vivian instead of you guys. Okay, Google, what's the temperature right now?
Currently in Duluth, it's 66 degrees.
Oof. This has been a weird ass year. Cold-hearted bastard says here. Then Bad says greetings, Captain. Greetings, my brother. Mike says cheers, man. Cheers, Mike. Multi-Gunman says I'm here now. What? Other than 357 Magnums, Dodge Rams, and whiskey, that is. She'd be so much better looking if she didn't have a fucking deer tattooed between and under her titties. Now take Multi-Gunman up on this. I don't want to say that my way of dealing with it has been perfect, but I am telling you I have taken steps to make it through the tooth problem. It's I'm doing my best to recycle. I'll take that. And I am talking about the gun, not the girl. Multi-gunman, if you stand in front of a mirror and say multi-gunman, 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 he actually does appear with 357 Magnums and whiskey. It's cool. You should try it. Let's see. What is anything that I have in the, I don't really want to drink it, but right now we'll just call it medicinal purposes. You know what? Even when you don't feel good, it's just not, oh yes, it's just not a reason not to properly take care of yourself. Yeah. Don't have much of the Paul John left. That needs to be listed for celebratory. Knock it off. Celebratory stuff. Let's see. You know, this has turned out to really, really be good stuff. I think this was a NIHAP surprise, I think. Kind of makes me want to stop drinking and just go for a bike ride. Here's the problem. You got shit on the ground. You got people that don't look for bikes in the summer, let alone now. And then you have the fact that I am not 100% in the game on a bike that has somewhere north of 150 horsepower. But, like I said, the only reason that I'm here is because Sharky was going to try to get caught up. And this This is his favorite rifle. I know every time I show it, he talks about how much he loves it. Actually, if we were to narrow it down, it's probably like right there. If I were to just use a normal mag, can anybody tell me how it? Anybody tell me how it feeds? Normally, just to not piss him off, I take that mag out and I put this any mag in there, even though it'd be like the wrong one, just so that he stop having a conniption, because that's 7.62 by 39. Jordan has to be firing shit up. As far as I know, me and Jordan are the only one that have bikes in the neighborhood, being that Miles isn't in the neighborhood anymore. So, and on top of it, there really wasn't a shit ton of comments, so also to piss off Sharky, I have to sit down here and just talk about, nothing for better part of an hour and a half. Maybe we could talk about how I didn't get cleaned up today because I woke up with a pounder at 3:45 in the morning and decided to go throw the next installment of me and Jolson's Fun Factor. And then, Jolson, just so you know, after the fact, J-Dog informs me that his girlfriend said that she could have, brought him over here and he could have gone with us. J-Dog, maybe on one of your next days off, why don't we just go out to Island Lake? Unless you really want to be able to goof around with stupid shit. As a matter of fact, I know you normally don't have a day off in the middle of the week, but me and David are planning on going on Wednesday. Today would have... That's tomorrow. Fuck. Guess I'll have to touch base with him. He called me this morning and told me he had coffee on and muffins. And I was like, man, I'm sorry. As much as I love you, David, if Christine shot me in the head right now, it'd probably be comforting. Oof. And then, of course, this is all... Probably ain't going to do shit on Thursday. They'll probably tell me how much it's going to cost, and that of the $10,000 worth of shit that needs to be done, my insurance will cover a $9.89. Or probably not even. It's probably one of those you have to get to your deductible beforehand. I mean... Being that me and Christine don't go to the doctor a lot, we don't get sick a lot, mainly because we've never had the jab. And we never meet our deductible. So, what is the fucking point of insurance? Especially when she actually worked for Essentia. She worked for the place that she'd go to if she got sick, and their insurance sucked dick. Well, I wish it would have. I would have actually utilized it a lot more. Again, baby, you fucked up. I mean, you take away the tattoos and heaven and hell spirits, not first at all, not nothing. Have a great day. Work has me working hard, getting sick of my boss. Hey, just do what I did. Leap from the airplane without a parachute, no plan, and then once you've leapt from the airplane, don't really give a shit where you land. I know, I really gotta see, I'm kind of see, as it stands right now, I am actually up to 3 pending jobs. And one of them I'm really looking forward to because it combines helpful with trying to financially have Christine stop giving me this look. hey, she took over 3 months off when we got back from being in Maine, and Essentia went, "We don't want to see you go." Her supervisor cried and then told her that they've tried everything and they can't make an exception for a single person. If you're not willing to get the arm ticket, we're going to have to let you go. God damn it, I hope someday these fucking places all get their shit sewed into the ground. Imagine if that was an piece of exercise of equipment. I'd get up early. Okay, little sedative. Yeah, that's disgusting. Those are just way, way too big. Ick. Yeah. So, my brothers, because if there is sisters, there's only 2 of you, and they probably gave up this shit show anyway, but my brothers out there, I appreciate you showing up, and you are my emotional support pillow. God damn, that shit's good. Oof. Cheapo Gun Guy, the trouble with being in a rat race is that even if you win, you're still a rat. I don't know about hottest bitch alive, but Ellie is definitely hot. I mean, some of you may say that I'm like whacked, but I would, if 2 of them showed up at the door, Ellie Crutch and Mila Jovovich, if I'm being materialistic, I leave with Mila. If I want what fits this a little bit better, because at least Ellie has titties. They're not huge, but if you can do an entire movie wearing nothing but 2 white band-aids on your nipples, there's not really much there. Hey, to her credit, she never went and got a boob job. Smile money. Beer so expired Eric would not drink it. Nice, we now know the expiration standard is 2 years, 3 months. For every 5 ABV to increase by another year. Well, you know, Smile Money, if it was chocked full of alcohol, those ones survive a little bit better. But even my absolute favorite, like somewhere between 19 and 21% for Dogfish Head 120, I do not like letting it go much past a year and a half. The stuff that I actually sat and, oh yeah, trailer park trash for sure right there. It's like, hey baby, look at my titties and my Camaro. Hey, you want to go to the bowling alley and then afterwards fuck me in the parking lot? Okay, I'm a little punch drunk right now. Even that, there's something so awesome about it after 1 year, but the stuff that I sat and waited for 2 years, yeah, I was disappointed. I mean, it didn't suck, but I was still disappointed. There's also that psychological thing. I just hear Cobra's voice in the background going, that's like out of date. Smile Money. Deleted comment redo. Your Social Security is calculated in your highest 35 years. The 10 year is just the minimum. 40 quarters needed to qualify for any payment. Well, I have not a problem in the fact that I've paid in for more than 35 years. The best, though, was the sprinkler fitter. Our contract was $57 an hour, It was fucking great money. Absolutely great money. Hated the job, though. Mainly because, and there was a little clue in the name. Local 696. Road Sprinkler Fitter. I mean, I'm starting a relationship with Christine, and I work in Tomah, Wisconsin. Bye on Sunday. See you on Thursday night. You slut. Speaking of sluts, McLean, I want that nail, Eric. I told you, I don't know where it is. It was kind of concerning in the fact that I was making dinner. Christine found the Band-Aid, which I didn't even realize came off. I think when I squished the garbage down, I must have hit something and broke it off, and it went into the garbage. And McLean, I stopped today is garbage day, Tuesday. I stopped the truck and I had him breaking bags open, and I said, McLean would not want this to happen. We have to look through the garbage before you proceed. It was amazing how happy he was to comply, but yet all we could find was a couple of dead bodies. That was it. McLean, where the boy working? McLean, there hasn't been a dry seat in my house since I got Matt's number. That's great. McLean, the HK makes my zipper hurt. I don't know if that's like a good thing or not. I'm actually I normally have been wearing it in the house, but I'm just in my jammies right now, so I have the lint collector. And here's a funny thing. It hasn't mattered. I realize in case there's a shootout, it makes no sense to say, hey, could you hold on a second while I take the cover off of this? If something happens in my house, I'm just going to aim and spray. This whole thing with the cover, though, kind of started as an accident. I was like, I didn't mean to do that. So now the question is will it stay on? And the answer has been, yeah. So mainly because when I was laying on the couch, I ended up flipping over to this side. Most of the time, this disappears. But today I was just, like McLean, uber sensitive, so I actually took it off of my side, in which case the optic powers up and down in direct relationship to the incoming light around it. So it's kind of why I've kept this. I mean, I'd never walk out the door. I can't believe it stays on as it is, up and down on the couch, jerking off, anything. Wade, today is primary day here.
Watch your body! Watch your body! Watch your body!
Jolson, that other blueberry beer has been in your fridge since last year. Then he says, don't worry, they were unloaded and being cleaned. See, if you're gonna comment on something I said yesterday, I've constantly said I need some reference, because I more than likely will have a problem referencing something said 38 minutes ago. I just know my limitations. Most of them are probably induced on a medication that one person says does not do any of the things that they say negative, and the next one goes, oh yeah, I've seen results like that. Great. Mr. 27 says 34th. Then he says, cowbell, oh, sweet cowbell. I can't take that as a request. And then he asks somebody, hey Google, who's that guy from Holland?
Sorry, I don't understand.
You don't know Sharky? Wow, that's like, Sharky, I'm sorry, but that's like the easiest that she gave up. She just like made one little twirl. Sometimes it just sits and twirls and twirls and twirls like she's either thinking or waiting for me to make a follow-up comment, and yet, not with you. She just said, fuck you. Sharky's favorite rifle. You know, I'll go back to, it's fun to shoot. It's just like, that round is just fucks shit up at close range. Now, between the two of them, the other one is just, I'll write bad checks. The other one is just badass. I should have brought that out. See, now when I left the house, it was freaking cold, extremely windy, and I just wasn't fully into it. It was Jolson saying, you know, do you need to put a little ointment on your vagina? And then we get out there, and 5 hours goes by, and it was awesome. It was totally awesome. But we need to do this more, and like I said, a few of you, eventually here, it'll either be a job or a divorce. And now if I can keep finding stuff to do that could really fuel the fire, word of mouth. I would like to be a Nathan Holtzman. I would like to be able to get a few jobs, impress the shit out of some people, and then just keep it rolling where I call the shots. I don't have to go punch a clock. I don't have to be somewhere where I'm not carrying. I know it may sound silly, but it's one of the things. I do not want a job where I can't defend myself. And when you work for a company that says, oh, you can't have a firearm here, well, yeah, are you going to defend me? Because there's a lot of shit in history that shows that people like me that would try to follow the rules, you know, like when I worked for A.G. O'Brien, that was supposed to be a no firearm company. Towards the end, it may or may not have been followed. A good friend of mine, won't mention any names, that works there, he's like, fuck it. He goes, if they want to fire me, then they can fire me, but if I have a firearm, it's obviously to protect myself and the people around me from evil. It's not like I brought a gun to work today so that I could be evil. And that's the problem. And that's why those politicians, their tell is the fact that they want good people to not have firearms. Or make it to the point where, like right here in Minnesota, all of a sudden there's all these things that are coming through, and you know what? Fuck you, Minnesota. I will not comply. Just fuck off. EMT, the H8. I H8 to call it, but just in case you broke your previous protocol and made them touch tips. H8. H8 is a miss, but you already know that one is sunk. And no, I realize to mess with you guys, the problem is once you find one ship, if it's touching another one, you might by accidentally, which was kind of proven in the parking lot scenario that we had with the last setup. No, I just, maybe it's just me, And unfortunately, I've kind of given you guys a lot of the board as a freebie that that you don't have to waste your time calling, because I don't like to put stuff in the outside row. And I tell you what, Sharky and Jolson are now fortifying my position on not wanting to put shit in the outside row. Last comment. Sharky, cheers all caught up, but will I make it to the end? Nope, I won't. I'm driving girls to handball practice in 5 minutes, and someone is giving me the look while I type this. Just saying who that 15-year-old is. Or not saying who that 15-year-old is. What is your minimum driving age in Holland? Over here it's 16, so that... Go to our own goddamn handball practice. Tell you what, Sharky, you grab a few of your mommy milfs, and we can do some handball practice. Yes. Where are we? Who's gonna be pissed? God, we're right now we're right on the brink. How about yesterday, Sharky didn't shoot this? These are so fucking stupid. It's not even... This one has not gone to the proving grounds. Nope. She is El Spotless inside. And even though I hate this grip, I kind of like this grip. It's like Palmetto State's repop version of an A1 grip. It's a little on the narrow side for my hand, but overall, because it has a rubber texture to it, it feels good in the hand. And then I just happen to have an extra one, and they're easy to put on. One of Odenwork's, the Atlas 7. It works. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a Huber brake, but when John Huber stops up and starts looking through the collection and going, one of my brakes, one of my brakes, one of my brakes. See, one of the ones that I'm not sure if I should change it out or not is I have that tanker brake. Stephen Bush told me about it. It kind of looks like a little, well, kind of looks like a 556 version of the Barrett brake, BMG 50 brake, and I'm not even sure how well it works. I mean, it looks cool because it's unique, and if the 24-inch is basically filling the niche for me as something in my my long range possible voting from the rooftops. Smile Money, I really think I owe you that video. I need to grab a few of the things that I would like to, even if I break it up and just don't bring everything, just have fun for a few hours. Island Lake for me is like I don't know, less than a 30-minute drive from here, and be able to put a paper target out at 300 and just shoot the 24-inch. I think I would want to bring the 24-inch and the DRG manufacturing. At a bare minimum, leave it to basically non 308, because the day that I bring the JP Killer and the JP, I also want somebody with me that You know, like for instance, Jeremy, who is a good shot, to qualify the exact shots under the same conditions on the same day to the same distance, with both the JP and the JP Killer. Now, obviously, there's some things that give the JP an advantage, and it's not just quality. For instance, scopes. I mean, the scope that's on the JP Killer was not a cheap scope. On the other hand, it was still about $2,500 or so less. So the JP Killer would actually be a lot better suited to have, say, something like one of the Larkin scopes on it. Talking about almost an identical magnification on a $900 scope versus a $3,200 scope. And by the way, Jolson, if you hear me say this, I have doubts. Desert Tech, oof. No, I'm not actually talking about her. Desert Tech, to get one of Desert Tech's rifles chambered in .308, I would... Here's the problem, Smile Money, is I'd have to sell the Psalm, believe it or not, I'd have to sell the Psalm twice in order to be able to afford a Desert Tech chambered in .308. Their rifle and their chassis systems are awesome. You basically spend $8,000 buying one of their platforms, and then depending on if it's the 308 and up to, I can't even remember what you can go up to on that end, and then there's the other one that offers BMG 50, 308 Lapua, 308 something Magnum. It comes with a wrench that's a torque wrench, and you unlock on the left side and turn 4 screws halfway, and you slide the barrel out. And I watched a guy switch from 3 different calibers, shooting out to 1,100 feet, and without re-zeroing, just kept shooting. So everything stays the same except for the barrel, and depending on the difference from one caliber to the next, you may have to swap the bolt and the barrel. So you might be able to open your case and have BMG 50 and 308 Lapua all set at your means, and it's basically a total of 5 fasteners, and they don't even come all the way out. You unlock it, and it actually says lock to unlock, and that Desert Tech setup. And I watched this morning at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I watched like 3 different videos, and one of them was a group of obvious operators, and they shot at 3, 5, and I think from 500 yards they just went straight on to 1,100, and he was discouraged with his shot at 1,100 yards, basically just acquiring, shoot. He had what was it, like a 1 MOA difference. It's like all 3 shots would have hit a man easily. Would have hit the kill zone without a problem. And it was no zeroing, just a matter of taking it apart, sliding in a new barrel, locking down 4 screws, and then turning it from unlock to lock. But we're talking about some big money. But we are talking, it basically was the exact same price as what I paid for the JP, minus the scope. So by the time you're all in, you're at basically $10,000 for a Desert Tech chambered in 308. Thanks, Jolson, asshole. Okay, where do I put this? Real natural. It basically reminds me of the last time that I had cranberry and vodka. Premium mixed cocktail made with vodka, cranberry liqueur, and natural flavors. Served chilled or on the rocks. Cold Spring, Minnesota. Monaco is right here in Minnesota. Not the regular E-scale, but the kind of the non-beer E-scale. I give this a 10. Flavor, no aftertaste, being authentic, and 9%, and my burp just tasted good. Fuck yeah. In the club, and there's 3 of you. What am I gonna... Oh, God. Okay, don't judge. It's the way it is right now, okay? Until I get this figured, I don't really even give a shit. Hello, Mr. Ice Machine. Mr. Ice. Before I do this, do I have enough of... Oof. I better go this route. Whoa, hello. I better go this way first because I do not... Oh wow. I had plenty of mix. Since Din wasn't here to say it, skull sip, Din. And since they're laying here, I'm going to steal some shit out of Christine's collection that didn't get used this year. McLean, settle down. It's for mixing drinks. It's not what you think. When these girls do those little selfies of them either naked or mostly naked, what exactly do they think is going to happen with that picture? Okay, first in is Rich. Says cheers clubbers, or cheers all. Same difference, Rich. Love you. Oh, and this is going to help fast. The only thing, because of this, that I have had today is coffee. Oh, yeah. Mr. 27 says, Brew Bummy Club time is good for you. It is good for me. EMT says, I made the 2 Heart Ed Club, but they stole my... from my follow-up comment. And hashtag be like Ed. Ed would want this.
Watch your body. Watch your body. Watch your body.
Okay. Oh yeah, right here. See, this is all I wanted Pete to make for me. Just make something like this for a phone. Just send me the Kydex part, and I'll worry about the seatbelt material. I'm sure you can find that. And I am sure that my missing part for this probably looks a lot like this. Except for they actually have a very cool handle grip. Oh, it's definitely a smaller ferro rod than this one. This one's kind of a beefy ferro rod. Then you just do that. Real steel. Two favorite knife makers: Real Steel and Holtzman. As much as I like this one, the Holtzman Bushcraft is definitely a beefier feeling knife. I don't even know what's in this. I do know I carry it and use it. Okay. I digress. Sorry. Where are we? Okay, we're good. I'm going to hit the button over here. And that's it. Fable folk. Oh yeah. Alright. Remember, get a chance. I'll put the link down below. Check out Holtzman. I'd be real interested in anyone that made it to an hour to tell me if you could have anything from Holtzman. What knife is the one that you want? I really want to know the answer to that. And I really would like to know what those taste like. They look like fucking tips of nuclear missiles. So, cheers.